And the noise. No. Ladies and gentlemen, So What Morning Show back in the building. It's Tuesday, the 22nd of January, 2013. And we're back with another great show. Unfortunately, Dr. Mark Goulston will not be here today, but that's okay. We have great guests and a great show lined up for. And Geoff Brown, which is very, very surprising. Geoff Brown is in the building for the second time in a row. Geoff, how is it that you're able to do it?
Okay. Let's just put it this way. There's only so much stuff that I can give a shit about at one time.
Okay.
Just be honest. I only have so much give a shit space. Well, guess what? Being on time is now a priority.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for practicing last year.
Absolutely. I had to warm up.
Right.
You can't just jump into something. You pull a hamstring. You're jumping right in.
Jumping into being on time.
Yeah,
you hurt yourself.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in and you don't know about this is the So What Morning Show. And as the poetess told me, she said, dude, it ain't morning. Jesus. On the East Coast, a lot of fans over there. It's late in the eve right now. They're turning the corner at work. I'm sorry. It's morning over here for us. Forgive us. But let me do this. A lot of people have been asking me about books and what I'm reading. Last week, we did not give you a book selection. And I wanted to get some books in here and hit you guys off with some of the things that I'm reading. What's amazing is the N-word, has been thrown around a lot lately. Okay? A lot of people. The movie Django. It has resurrected this argument. Is this the most vile and volatile word in the history of all existence? And should we hate it and thus its meaning? Black people. The N-word by Jabari Asim. Who can say it, who shouldn't, and why? An incredible work. I suggest you go pick it up right now. A lot of people say I moved through these book selections a little too quickly, but I don't care. Here's another great book. This dude is a friend of mine, David Livingstone Smith. Dude is a PhD, a professor, he's a professor of evolutionary or cognitive science and evolutionary psychology at the University of New England. Married to a black woman. Came on The Voice of Reason a couple of times. And this book is, I'm telling you, might want to get a dictionary while you're reading it. But, because he uses a lot of heady, language. However, please get it, read it, and study it. Why We Lie. The Evolutionary Roots of Deception and the Unconscious Mind. An incredible work. When I say incredible, believe me, I can't find another superlative to describe it. It's awesome. And then you'll become a cynic like me. I find that everybody is lying after reading this book. Just everybody's a goddamn liar, straight up. But he talks about how there's generational roots of pretentiousness under the guise of politeness. You know how the kids walk into grandmama's house, kids don't have a filter. They just, it stinks. It smells like a diaper up in it. And then we teach them, shh, yeah, be quiet now.
Tact is knowing when to lie.
Right.
They call that a filter, don't they?
You understand? Like, ooh, shit, grandmama. I'm going to stand outside and get the gift basket from grandma. No, just come in here.
Come on in here.
She got diabetes. That's what it smells like.
Deal with the ass and formaldehyde like we're dealing with.
Oh, God. No, but this book is incredible. You should read it. Check it out. And then, it's another great book, The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment.
That's
Eckhart Tolle.
That's my book.
Now, again, great book, a lot of great concepts. And I suggest people get used to reading books that challenge your vocabulary. You should learn a new word every day. You should expand your vocabulary every day, and you'll find as you expand your vocabulary, you'll find your dependency on profanity becomes lesser and lesser. A lot of times, profanity is how we communicate. Mm-hmm. What the fuck, Nick? Who had said?
I like to think of it as your particular thought is a meal.
Go deeper.
Okay? And profanity should be like spice. Like,
seasoning.
Okay, fuck is just pepper.
Yes.
Okay, but how would you feel if you went over somebody's house and you go, dude, what's for dinner? Pepper, nigga.
Hey, you be pissed off.
Oh, you mean pepper steak? No, nigga, pepper. Take a teaspoon and shake that shit and say your grace and eat it. That's
You know, that's a great analogy. And on a sidebar, no, that's excellent. On a sidebar, I say that same seasoning analogy goes with emotions. Emotions are just to spice things up. Now, if you pour a tub of Lawry's and some spaghetti, it's over.
It's over.
You've
done.
You've destroyed a meal, and sometimes being over emotional destroys an experience.
Wow. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And also with the lack of vocabulary.
They don't know who you are yet. Don't put the camera.
Okay.
Don't do it. But finish your point.
But with the lack of vocabulary, that's been linked to violence, because a lot of people, when they can't articulate themselves, they act it out physically.
Ladies,
God.
that's how a lot of y'all getting choked.
Wow.
Your man, he ain't got the words you got. And you know,
Exactly.
y'all talking about money, and then his mama being an alcoholic get in it. And then now, next thing
His
you know.
mama being an
Yep. Next thing you know, your airway is being blocked.
Right.
Oh, no.
And it's getting fuzzy and dark. Now, really quickly, another book. Now, we did a topic last week about porn addiction. It's a pretty fun show. There was a lady we had on the Voice of Reason show who is a professor as well. Her name is Gail Dines. She did a book called Pornland, How Porn Has Hijacked Our Sexuality. Right? She was on some real heavy feminism, like the way women are being treated in the porn industry. You know?
Hijacked, really?
Yeah, man. She was talking about the racism. She was talking about the abuse that happens to a lot of women in porn.
Okay.
She was talking about, just the misogynistic images. Because you gotta, listen, let's be honest. Ghetto gaggers, if you look at ghetto gaggers.
But I don't.
Where a dude is trying to impale the medulla oblongata of a woman.
Right.
And that turns you on.
Something wrong with you.
Maybe nothing's wrong with you, but it might trigger some deep, violent space in you. Like, I want to beat her ass while I bust off.
Well.
I'm just saying.
Let's back up a little bit, okay?
So the book is
I got something to
Pornland.
say. You need to introduce me.
I will not yet. Go deeper, Jeff.
She sure is fine, y'all.
She is
fine.
God damn.
Good morning.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my God.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway.
Hurry up, Jeff, so I can finish these books,
Okay,
man.
Portland, how it has hijacked our sexuality. Okay, I won't say porn has hijacked my sexuality, but it is definitely a passenger on my plane.
Have you hijacked yourself, though,
Often.
when you're alone?
Often, of course.
Okay, indeed.
And I think that's unfair to say. I mean, there's a negative side to all media. Look at what's going on with football and steroids, and or baseball and steroids. There's always a negative. There's a negative side to everything we see.
So you gonna compare ghetto gagging to football? That's what you're doing?
Yeah,
I just wanted to know.
absolutely.
All right, finish the point.
My point is, for a healthy, normal individual who knows how to take things in moderation, porn is wonderful.
The number is 323-965-1600. I would like women to call in and tell me that you enjoy getting gagged out. Just call us and let us know.
She can't. Her throat hurts. She can't call.
She can't talk. She had laryngitis from gagging.
I love your show.
Oh, jeez.
I just gagged out about 45 minutes ago. You don't have to forgive me.
Okay, this is terrible. Let's move on to the next book selection. Hey, this is a great book. A friend of mine who is a professor at USC, his name is Javon Johnson, told me to get this book. It's called New Black Man, right? And it's by Mark Anthony Neal. When I tell you this book is incredible, it covers hip hop, it covers the past, it covers the present. It's talking about recontextualizing masculinity in terms of trying to weed out some of just the negative, oppressive thoughts that men have, towards women. It's a very, very powerful work. You should read it. It's crazy. It's under cultural studies, African American studies. It's an incredible book. New Black Man. You should check it out.
You know what I love about your book, Zoe?
What?
You can't go in Borders and get none of this shit.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta do some.
You gotta go to the
some more.
African store where it smells like incense.
Now that's a damn lie. You can only get my books from SO1.
Exactly. I love that.
God damn. Lamert Park Book Factory presents New Nigga.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Jeez. All right, here we go. You remember Khabibi Springs from last week? A lot of people love Khabibi.
Another fine black sister.
Yeah,
you 3 for 3, pimp.
Somebody there's always a hater on YouTube that's always talking crazy. Or you hating on women and you doing this. No, I don't hate on women. I try to empower women. I try to save them from the fallacious foolery that they constantly think on a daily basis. So I try to pull them back from the edge of that, and then I get fucking lambasted by the same people I'm trying to help. It's like a sheep talking shit to the shepherd. I don't appreciate it. So let me just. I'm just saying. I'm trying to help.
Ladies.
No, but there was like, you don't have strong black women on the show. Khabibi Springs is strong. She told me to get this book, The Road Less Traveled, A New Psychology of Love, Traditional Values, and Spiritual Growth by M. Scott Peck, M.D. Khabibi Springs told me to get this. And I do have another strong black sister on the show, and I'm tired of weak black sisters hating. So if you don't like it, tune into another show. And I guarantee you, when you do, you're going to find yourself less educated and informed. Now, here's one of my favorite books. This book is incredible. I was at the ArcLight. You know, they got these little side shit where they sell a bunch of books and weirdness. I saw this book in the ArcLight, man. It's a cold book. The Savvy Convert's Guide to Choosing a Religion. Compare, contrast before you commit. And it breaks down 99 religions and will break down the cost, the pros and cons. It'll break down everything. Like, I'm not going to read the Scientology.
Like, Christianity going to cost you more than 10%. That's just what they tell you to get you in. But you got to give some on your birthday month. You got to give some on the pastor birthday. Pastor needs some gators and some airplane gas.
I mean, like, for instance,
the building fund.
I know people.
Building fund.
The building fund, right? I know people are scared of the devil and Satan, but I'm not. Like, it breaks down.
No, I'm not.
No, seriously, it breaks down the Church of Satan, right? And it'll tell you when it was started, who started it, and it'll tell you, like, one of the prerequisites. And you know what one of the prerequisites for joining the Church of Satan is? Stupidity is a sin. So you can't come in here dumb.
Oh, yeah.
How crazy is that?
That's that pimp shit. Okay. people, Christians, especially black Christians. That's a group I can't figure out.
You're about to piss some people off.
I've never figured that out. Here's a book where the God in here not only outlines but condones slavery, and has a passage in here where you're cursed and he really don't like you, but that's your God. All right.
Yeah, well, and you keep praying.
Yeah, you roll with that.
Yeah, you just go ahead.
The dude that they hate the most is the smartest cat in the book. Satan. He's the co-star of the Bible.
Okay, you do know.
He's the co-star of the Bible.
I'm just saying, you do know if we go down this road,
come on,
we will never come back. The show will be gone.
Light up, Dan. Light the phones up, Dan. I don't really care.
Yeah, call us. I mean,
it's not enough to know the Bible, because Satan knows it. His name is in it. Yours ain't. You
believe in Satan, though?
Do I believe in Satan?
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Here we go.
I believe that there's an energy that goes.
The energy goes.
There go your ex-wife with your kids. There's an energy. Okay, Mr. Kids, stop playing.
But you got to be responsible for that energy.
I am responsible. No.
You. People getting off too easy. With
I'm responsible. I'm responsible for Burger King or salad. I'm responsible for that. But to say Burger King doesn't exist just because I want to eat salad, well, that's bullshit. It's a dude out there. It's something out there. It's something out there. Yeah, it is an energy that I am fighting that has kept a number of people alive.
It's a part of it. That energy is you.
All right, listen. Okay, this is what we're about to do right now. Yes. Come on, Jeff, let me do it. I want to introduce this very outspoken, and when I tell you she's 6'2".
Good Lord. She taller than me sitting down.
She's locked up
and finest Persian cat hair.
When
Good
I
Lord.
tell you, she's one of those skinny, thick ones.
Oh, Lord.
You know, skinny but curvy.
No, let me put it this way. When she get naked, don't nothing move.
Just nothing
It's
moves.
right there where it was.
Yes, yes.
I done seen some skin avalanches that look good in jeans. She
It's,
take that.
it's like sexual linguine. She's gonna wrap right around you.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
delicious. It's just delicious.
Hey, honey, I'm not coming back.
Sounds.
Yeah, I'm not coming back. Just put my shit on the porch. I'll be back.
Oh boy.
But no, she's incredible. She's a radio show host. I think she's about to become an author.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
She has her own show that, you know, she's had all type of people on her show. Dick Gregory, John Sally, Vanessa Williams. She's like a life coach, a love coach. She's all of that. Her name is Margo Hudson. She's in the building.
Hey.
And I've been trying to get her on for a while. I'm happy to have you.
I'm very happy to be here. Bless.
Hey, sexy, beautiful herbs and essence.
That's what I'm telling you. She restore your faith. One whiff will restore your faith in black women. I'm telling you right now.
I'm just saying. They say I don't have strong black women on the show.
Sitting here right now.
And I'm a woman hater.
Poised, elegant, smart. All yeah, her neck
Smelling all delicious.
She done disagreed a few times, but her neck ain't done this once. She ain't rolled her eyes at nobody.
You know what kind of avocado and
sucking her teeth.
Lavender scent is up in here right now.
Yeah, those of you who think you could be Michelle Obama material, no, the president couldn't be the president with you. He could be with her. He could be with her.
You guys are
She
so
got that
warm.
first lady shit.
Well,
You got that first lady
Yeah,
shit.
she's vicious, and I'm
you got to
gonna
have it.
push up after the show.
As you should. As you should, tall man.
Yeah, indeed. I'm just gonna have to go ahead and
You're going to have to take a swing.
take one for the team.
Take a swing.
Yes.
You might miss it by a foot, but take a swing anyway.
Half of Erykah Badu is here with us today.
All right.
Now, what we're going to do is introduce one of our good friends. Always comes to the show, always supports. We got to support this brother because he's doing great things. Has been for a long time. The author of 2 of my favorite books. I suggest you go out and get them. The Art of Macking, and in particular, The Elite Way. If you are a moist, soft, confused, just don't know what the fuck you doing type of man. I mean, all types of yellow hue.
Moist?
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I've been using watery for years.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Hear ye.
I'm just saying.
From this point forward, all Negroes that you cannot stand for wishy-washy bullshit ass behavior shall be referred to as moist.
I mean, moist. That's all I'm saying. I mean, he created it. The dude got a website called
Listen to-
what
Moist.
is it?
Yeah, antimoist.com.
Antimoist.com. I'm just saying, this is the Hood Aristotle. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, director and producer of Hidden Colors Part 1 and 2,
Yes.
Brother Tariq
Yes,
Nasheed
indeed.
is in the building. Come on, man.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, King Flex. What's the deal, man?
What's up, man? I'm so glad to be back to the show, man. This brother didn't know I did Hidden Colors.
No.
Hey,
love that.
that's why I don't
Yes,
tell
indeed.
you nothing, Jeff. I want you to be surprised.
Some bitch.
Travis Bickle, you want to talk to
I
him?
tell you, I didn't watch that thing, Hidden Colors.
But you from the Klan. Why would you watch Hidden Colors?
Listen, you got to know what your enemy's doing. Scary thing about it, you keep watching black folks in depth, pretty soon you figure out you ain't shit. Ain't none of this covered when I got my pointed hood. None of it. Not a damn part of it. None of the mathematics and science. All that come from Africa, really.
What? Travis,
I had no idea.
you going to say that on a radio show where fellow Klansmen might hear that and come after you?
They know it, too. They know it. And some bitches should have told me. Saying. Okay. You know, I mean, you good colored, man. I mean, far as colored people go. I mean, you don't go too far with it. I'm just saying.
Travis Bickle back in the building. Let's do it really quickly. I want to introduce our intern. She's back. She was on a hiatus, and I like catching her while she's eating. when I tell you this is by far one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
Sweet Lord.
And a lot of our kids, man, don't understand what beauty is because they associate it to skin color. And they think if you light skin, you got green eyes or some shit like that, you're somehow more beautiful. But I am a firm believer that the darker the berry,
oh my Lord,
Lord have mercy, the sweeter the kerns. I'm just saying, she's back in the building. We miss her. Chuck Doe. Welcome back. She doesn't want me to call her by her real name anymore. So Chuck is in the building. Chuck, could you tell them really quickly about your new YouTube little site, your page, your videos are up? I'm trying to big you up, honey.
Yes, so I'm doing a new YouTube series. I'm going to just be posting videos talking about different topics that are dear to me or interest me or whatever. And you can check it out on Chuck Doe, that's ChuckDoe on YouTube. That's the channel name. I have 2 videos so far, one about being motivated and how to become and stay motivated. And the other one is a reflection on my visit to Martin Luther King Jr.'s house.
Wow. Y'all gotta support Chuck, man. Okay? This is a call to action. Please support her.
This is who my boy need to be dating. This is my boy need to be dating. That's how you get out.
No, he'll corrupt her.
He is great. No, I create gentlemen.
You do?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have no doo-doo head boys.
The doo-doo head.
Just doo-doo brain. Just doo-doo brain. That's what that sagging is about. That's what sagging says, I don't know my daddy. It says, I don't know my daddy.
So let's do this. I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about toxic relationships. If you're in a toxic relationship, call us 323-965-1600. You will be getting information and advice from Margo Hudson.
That's right.
And King Flex, Tariq Nasheed,
yes, indeed,
as well as Geoff Brown and Zoe Williams. We're here to provide you with all you need. It's going to be crazy. 323-965-1600. I'll be back in 2.2 seconds. Call us. Let's talk about it.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tracks are bananas. That's my homeboy Joseph Lineberg. He produces these beats, and somebody said they loved him. So if you want to get in contact with Joseph Lineberg, I can't give out his number. He's a producer. He gets paid.
You got a YouTube?
Yeah,
you got a Facebook?
He don't get down like that. I mean, he's produced for a lot of people, man.
He up there.
Yeah. I just can't give it out like that, but dude is cold. Produced for Snoop, plays with Erykah Badu, goes on tour with a lot of cats. He plays a trumpet. I mean, dude's a musical genius. So, cold-blooded cat. So let's get to it. Toxic relationships. Most people are suffering from toxic relationships, even if they don't want to admit it. What I would like to do is do a nice little round robin, and let's talk about some of the things that are common to toxicity in relationships. I think borders and boundaries. Too many people in your relationship business will destroy your relationship from the inside out. When you got advisors on the outside that are trying to mold and cultivate the religion after their own failures. Wow. A lot of people think they're helping you, but they're really molding you to repeat the life they've lived.
That's right.
They don't have answers, so how can they give you the answer?
I'm sorry. That's way too big a chunk.
Then you go deep. Go deep.
No. All I need you to do is to repeat that.
I will not. I've forgotten it already.
That's hilarious.
Well, you know what, Zoe? I got to say this. You know what? A lot of people don't even know what a toxic relationship is, so it's hard to identify something if you're not even clear about what it is that you're involved in.
Absolutely.
We'll go deeper.
You know, well, let's go deeper. Well, I wrote an article that's it's called The Relationship Detox. It's not out right now. It's going to be on Beauty Come Forth. I'm actually the editor, and the relationship editor at beautycomeforth.com, Forth. And basically, I'm just going to read you something really quick. The definition of a toxic relationship is a relationship that is poisonous or harmful to your health and possibly even deadly. Because a lot of people, the truth is that if the longer you're in a toxic relationship, there are going to be ramifications.
Absolutely.
Health, your health will definitely start to decline, and it causes a lot of other problems.
Yeah,
and cortisol production in the body, which makes it hard to lose weight, and it also causes a number
Maybe
of
you
other
need to be a little fat in order to be motivated to work it out. I'm just saying.
Now, by your description of those relationships,
Yes.
in our environment, especially in our community, in the black community,
Oh, yes.
people actively seek out toxic relationships now.
This is true. This is true.
So, in your opinion, what do you think the root of that is?
Well, the root of that is that people, they go after things that are familiar. Now, if you've experienced a lot of toxicity in your relationships, if you've watched your mother be dysfunctional in relationships, because people only do the as good as they know to do.
Yes, indeed.
People,
So if your mother-
if you have exposure,
Right.
to a mother or father or an uncle, whoever you had exposure to, they gave you some sort of example of what a relationship could be, or what communication is, or what healthy or dysfunctional communication is, then you're going to model that. And you're going to seek that because it's comfortable. Even though you're uncomfortable in it, you're comfortable enough to continue choosing it. Just like people who get on medication for depression or anxiety, when they start taking that medication, they start feeling kind of normal and they don't like it, so they stop taking it. It's the same thing with toxic relationships. Once you get used to a certain level of dysfunction, it's going to be hard to choose something different.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Geoff Brown?
I have a couple things come to mind. One, depressed people in America, I think we should come up with a concept where we will pay your bills for 1 year after you get back from spending 1 year in the Sudan.
What?
Yeah, go live in Sierra Leone. If you are really, let somebody chase your monkey ass through the woods with a machete. Since this so bad. This is so bad here.
If this is that damn bad.
If this is bad, you need to be there. Second, seriously, I'd on so many levels agree with that. I think that women or dudes a lot of time, I hear them all the time. Neo had a song about how sexy you are when you mad. Or black men especially think that, my woman's strong when she get in my... No, she's not strong when she get in your face.
Exactly.
Sister Betty was strong. Coretta was strong. I don't know who Maya Angelou was with, but I bet she wasn't in his face.
Exactly.
Okay?
Right.
That ain't... Those are the three of the strongest sisters I can come up with. And they're elegant and classy. And this neck rolling, this Willie Lynch shit that's going on right now.
Neck rolling Willie Lynch.
Type
Are you
shit.
saying neck rolling is synonymous with the Willie Lynch letter? What?
Yeah, or a cousin of.
But you know what? Sometimes you got to roll that neck, though. Sometimes. Even women from other races do it. I've seen Chaldean girls.
Women of other races do it, but I know where they got it. I ain't talking about that.
Exactly.
I don't talk
They're
about,
mimicking black women when they
I don't
do
talk
that.
about other women of other races because of what I date. I like sisters.
Now, a lot of men right now, and women as well, they
Okay.
mistake aggressiveness for strength. Aggressiveness is not strength. A Chihuahua is aggressive.
Right.
It's not strong.
Yeah.
You understand? It just barks loud.
Connie Corso.
Yeah. Exactly.
A rot. Yes.
Strength is when you go out there and bite. That's strength. You can go out there, meaning you can execute. You can actually do something, and you can be silent with that. That's why the brother was saying the Coretta Scott Kings, the Betty Shabazz, the women, they're icons, and they didn't have that aggressive mentality. So we blur the lines now as far as what strength it goes as far as women.
And this is, and to build on everything that you guys are talking about, this is the problem in relationships in America, we don't really it's almost like relationships are like the ocean. We know less about the ocean than we do about outer space.
Yeah.
And I think relationships fit the same kind of thing. We don't understand it, and we look at toxicity in relationship as a problem or a disease that is to be eradicated. But I believe it's the opposite. I believe toxicity is the curriculum for the relationship. Because that toxicity, using a metaphor or using a quote that Krishnamurti once said, he says, in every problem, there is its inherent solution.
This is true.
And I think how we've been conditioned and socialized to interface in relationship is to, if it feels bad, I'm out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? But really, you are to go deeper into the uncomfort, because that uncomfort has a jewel in it that lets you know why you're in it.
And the problem is, a lot of us in relationships, we want the shortcut. We want the easy, quick fix, feel good at the moment thing.
Right.
That's
Men and women, and I'm getting on the brothers too, because with men, a lot of guys don't want to invest in finding a real thorough sister, because you got to really invest in yourself.
Right.
So you can put 20 women in a room, and there's one hood rat. Let's be real. Brothers will gravitate towards that hood rat. Dudes love hood rats.
But we gotta be honest, though.
Love hood rats.
because a hood rat might actually accept you for being who you are.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
that's go deeper.
hood
Please
rat's
finish
bar.
that.
Hood rat's
Let her
bar
finish
is
that.
low.
Let her finish that.
The
Go
hood rat's
deeper.
bar is low.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So people, and that's why I think a lot of times when men end up cheating, they end up cheating with women they can be themselves with. They're not being judged. The fear of being judged has been removed. They fall in love with her, because people who make you feel good about yourself, about being who you really are, those are the people you tend to fall in love with.
So you talking about the real thorough woman that Tariq spoke of. They don't, and this is why I tell women all the damn time, stop dating your agenda and your idea of who you're with, and date who you're really with. The damn hood rat go, this is real, I like this about him, and he this and that. Booyah. On top of that, the cooter is crack. Hood rat cooter is crack.
Absolute best.
Hood rat cooter is crack.
Oh my God, when you get through, a little mini version of Earth, Wind, and Fire comes out of place. Oh my God.
See, the thing is, you gotta have a classy woman that has all of those things kind of
Yes,
combined.
amen.
Exactly.
Amen.
See, I'm from Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
You got a little hood.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I think a healthy mix is good.
Yes, indeed.
yeah.
She knows how to steal a car. we gonna make it home.
That's right. That's right.
No, but
Okay.
I believe that. I believe that what you just said makes more sense than anything else. Because what happens to our sisters in particular, I believe the agency of education revolutionizes who they are economically as well as intellectually, right? So that's beautiful. But when you lose sight that you are raised in a very divisive country, right? That separates class, race, sex, finance, and you start judging your own based off of their ability to climb up that ladder, you disconnect from who they are, and you're more connected to what they have and what they've accomplished. You got to remember, whatever you've accomplished in life is just a reflection of who you are. I don't want you to date what I've accomplished or your idea of what I can accomplish. I want you to date me.
Yeah.
And this is why I believe that and you know what, that's very powerful what you said, Zoe. And I think a lot of women out there and men, you get so used to going with what society is whatever the trend is. And I think that sometimes, you have to really choose for what's going to be good for you. And sometimes people don't even know what that is.
Right.
They don't know what's good for them. And sometimes you don't know what's good for you until you actually get in it and kind of get yourself wrapped up in it a bit. And then you can see what's good.
That's
and
why
what's not.
I think marriage should be illegal until you are 30.
Really?
Yes, because you don't really know who you are.
I think
true.
marriage
That's
should be first off, marriage is like an ancient Egyptian mystery school. And let's go back. Socrates, Aristotle, all them punk ass white folk had to wait 20 years before they could get initiated into the original mystery schools. You got to wait 20 years. And I believe spirituality and relationship go hand in hand.
Mystery school.
Exactly.
You mean like Harry Potter?
That's the hidden color section. Look, we'll get into that later.
Yes, indeed.
But
All right.
again, I just believe it's not something to be trifled with.
No,
and more
no.
importantly, relationship is not a haven for you to run away from your problems to.
That's right.
It is a
Exactly.
place that will intensify whatever you've been trying to run from.
That's right. It's like
know?
you're running from yourself until you just run smack into yourself, because really you choose who it is. When we choose people to bring out our shit.
Go deeper.
So-
Go deeper. Go deeper. When
So
you choose somebody, you're choosing
you're choosing someone to bring out the shit that's going on inside of you. So if you've been running from yourself and then you get into a relationship, you best believe if everything's going right now, believe me, on a soul level, a spiritual level, your soul said, you know what? That's him.
Well,
Absolutely.
yes.
You need this person because we need to get some healing done.
Right.
Well-
Him is a textbook. Go deeper, Jeff.
I don't know what I was supposed to be learning with the first two heifers I married. I don't know what the hell.
yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you
But,
do.
No, the first one, I can't even be
The
mad at
least
her.
you
We was
should have
too young.
learned was your damn selection process.
Exactly. Well, there's that.
Well, then there's that.
But I don't need to hack my finger off to figure out a knife is sharp.
That's
There's
right.
other ways.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. You're right about that.
What I think a relationship is, or especially a marriage, is here. We meeting in the middle of the road, and here's this wagon.
Right.
Here's my shit. Here's your shit. Now we're gonna get down this road, both of us pulling this wagon with our shit. The problem becomes when you still hiding shit, and it's some shit down the road you know you got to pick up that you ain't talking to the other person about.
That's communication.
Yeah, that's that bullshit right
So
there.
this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a round robin
Okay.
for all of you guys really quickly.
Okay.
What are the top 3 problems in African American relationships that we suffer from? Top 3 issues that really just break our relationships down. I'm gonna start with Brother King Flex. King Flex, go deeper.
Oh man. Well, the one main one is the lack of respect on both ends. That's the number one problem, the lack of respect. The second problem is the lack of communication, which is the problem in all relationships. All relationships, it boils down to a lack of proper communication. But the number one problem in black relationships, the role reversal. Our roles are completely reversed.
Why? Go deeper.
Because this happened in the 1960s. Before 1964, most black marriages were intact. Everything was fine. Right after 1964, when they passed the Civil Rights Act, they started to come into the community with all of these programs. They set the women aside. They started giving women grants and loans and housing and all of this stuff purposely to cause a rift in the black community. Separation. There's even a report called the Moynihan Report that came out in 1965 that predicted what would happen to the black community. It said in 20 years, the way we're going now, in 20 years, the black community will be in shambles. Teen pregnancy is going to be up. There's going to be rampant drug use. There's going to be crime if we keep on giving these women set-asides and not doing anything for the black male. They said this in 1965. Look up Moynihan Report. And everything in that report came true. And it's still coming true, and it's still reigning true now.
Because it was a plan. It wasn't an accident.
It was a plan. It was not an accident. So we have to realize that this rift that's going on, it was enacted. It was a real thing, and we have to get back to our original roles. Right now, though, the problem is we have a lot of brothers who are comfortable being subservient in the relationships. We have a lot of mother-child relationships.
Yes, say it.
Understand? So a lot of the brothers have to step up, and a lot of the sisters have to say, wait a minute. We've been wrong. All this independent woman stuff, we were wrong.
So are you saying a woman shouldn't seek to be independent? Because I believe that's where the world is going.
The term independent, it's a very androgynous term. It means nothing now. You have women in the housing projects talking about they're independent.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
With a Lexus and bootleg cable.
And Wick.
Exactly.
Wick.
So everybody.
I got Wick cars and all my baby name. I don't need shit.
Exactly. Everybody's saying they're independent now. So it's an empty term. It just kind of sounds good. It's like that girl power thing. It sounds good, but we have to just be realistic about our relationships and the issues that's happening in our relationships. Because now that has caused a rift as well. Now women are saying, well, I'm independent. During the civil rights era, it was brothers out there kicking in them doors. It was brothers taking them bullets.
But you know what brothers were also doing in the civil rights movement, which is also evidenced by Martin Luther King. Happy belated birthday and all of that.
Yes, indeed.
But at the end of the day, Martin Luther King was unfaithful to Coretta. It was widely known.
Right.
But here's the thing. Back then, our women, and ladies call in 323-965-1600. Back then, our women took a lot of abuse from us men.
Okay.
And they kept it quiet.
Okay.
They stood behind something and they said, you know what? We're not going to let out all our dirty laundry because right now, listen, just listen, Jeff, hold tight. Don't bust your sweater, Carlton.
I used to get Carlton all the time.
Go deeper. I want to hear this one. Go
No,
ahead.
because back then, you know, there was some solidarity in terms of the civil rights movement. It was
Right.
like, we're going to deal with our broken relationships
Over here.
after we get to where we need to go as a people.
Now, see, that's the whole black feminist argument right there.
But that happened, though. This is something that actually happened. But the black
How common was it, though? Was it a common thing?
Black men
really abusing sisters like that?
Come on, man. Come on now.
Well, no.
I'm just saying men across the...
Well, men across the board because
We violent. We violent. Let's just be honest.
Ricky used to slap the shit out of Lucy.
Ricky used to... Go deeper, Jeff.
Dude, that was right on TV. Lucy was scared she was gonna get her ass whooped when Ricky got home. That's not.
Lucy.
But did you? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay. Is this unfair?
Just breathe. Breathe.
Is this wrong? If a man, Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Let's go get him.
If a man comes along and is so powerful, so strong, so direct that he changes the course of human history, doesn't he deserve a little cooter on the
Can't
side?
you share his dick?
Well, you know what,
I'm just kidding.
fellas, it's already been proven that men actually who make more money or men who are more powerful, and the woman is in a position where she's dependent on that man, it's more likely that he is going to cheat on her than a man who is in a relation. No,
Wouldn't it make more
sense? It's actually
sense?
been proven. Women who because the women are afraid to, they're not going to compromise that financial structure a lot of times, so they might not cheat, but the man will be more likely to cheat. There's more opportunity. There's more money. He can.
So
move
once
around
again,
more.
are you
man is
saying?
more
So
faithful
Margo,
as his options.
you're the woman on our show right now.
Yes.
You're the female voice of reason right now. Are you saying that women have a price?
Yeah, every woman has some price, I guess.
So
But powerful women will get cheated on too. Look at Halle Berry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Halle Berry's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's fine. She fine as hell, but she crazy as a batshit sandwich. Let's
As a batshit
Halle,
sandwich.
But see, I don't know Halle. I've heard a lot of stuff about her in L.A., but you know what? I think that all people have some level of crazy. I guess it just depends on who's looking, and it's relative.
Margo.
Yeah.
What? Is she crazy? For
Margo,
real?
Halle Berry. Halle, I had a friend of mine in high school, in the military, who went to high school with her and told me years ago, dude, you wait till this girl named Halle Berry come along. And I forgot about
Really?
it until she popped.
Wow.
Halle Berry is one of the most beautiful women, and I've seen her in person. Holy shit, TV does her no justice.
Yeah.
She is gorgeous.
Yeah.
You are that fine, and you can't keep a man with a taser and handcuffs?
It's not about
that
keeping
fine?
no man. You can't keep no man.
No.
Listen to me.
Yes, you can.
But this is what
yes, you
no.
absolutely
Hey,
can.
King Flex,
Yes.
I need you to chime in on this here.
Yes.
Listen, let's be honest. It's more than just the beauty and the booty
Absolutely.
of
That's
a
right.
woman
That's
that
absolutely.
keeps a man invested.
Yes.
And you can be fine as shit and not crazy, and I will still cheat.
That's true.
Well, cheaters cheat. No. Cheaters cheat.
I'm
Cheaters
just saying.
Don't cheat. Men don't cheat because, I wasn't getting this.
Yeah,
you
they
cheat
put these
because
reasons.
you cheat.
They put these reasons on why dudes cheat. A lot of times it's just who the dude is.
Yes.
You understand?
You're going to have to
That
repeat
could be
that.
it. That could
repeat
be it
that.
as well.
It's who the man is.
Here,
It's
let me
who
break
he
out my
is.
stuff on y'all.
Okay, we got a caller right now. Let's get the caller on. Jay Scholar, you're in the building. Welcome to the Zo What Show. It's off the chain right now. Come in and chime.
Hey, peace to the panel. What's going on? How's everybody?
Oh,
Hey,
man, we
brother.
hanging. What's
Hey,
happening?
good morning.
No doubt. Hey, real quick, I'm calling from the desk at the workplace doing a graphic design thing. Big up on your logos, though. Big up. That's
Thank you,
tight.
brother. Thank you.
Real quick, man. I'm a Gemini too, and I'm a real analytical person, really observant. I absorb and analyze everything in life. Through my experiences with women, I came up with what I put out in the chat room is the foundation of any social interaction, regardless if it's a relationship, a boss, teacher, student, anything. Honesty, equality, and communication is key. You got to have those three First off, honesty. Nobody likes to be lied to. Equality, because inequalities create tension. And communication is, if we can't talk about the sun as much as the rain, then it's not going to work. And I think just in general, not just with black folk, but especially with our folk, but just society is steering us all in the wrong direction and making us pay attention to things we shouldn't, and the things that our people used to value prior to, I guess, 64.
Yes,
the family structure was intact. I mean, the love that my grandmother experienced is not the type of love I'm probably going to experience in today's society. But we should still strive for it, though.
That's
so
a great
honesty, equality, and communication, that's key.
But see,
that's a great point.
Thank you. And you know what?
Thanks for the call, brother.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, what the caller was saying, it was very interesting. You know, a lot of people reflect on, old school romance and how our grandparents stayed together and a lot of this. But I've had some conversations with some women in their 80s and 90s, and it kind of confirmed something that I kind of came to. And this is it. Now, back then, women were a lot more dependent on the man financially, so they weren't going to jeopardize that. They would stay together hook or crook. He could be cheating, doing whatever. They might throw pots and pans, throw some hot grease, but they stayed in that relationship because it was a financial situation. Nowadays, women are becoming more financially independent, and the more financially independent a woman is, she's not having that shit no more. She's like, I can be alone, I can do whatever.
The problem is this, though. How did a lot of these women get financially independent? Because they got financially independent in the 60s because of the strides that the black men took kicking in those doors. A lot of them want to attribute that to the feminist movement, but that's not the case. So a lot of men are like, we kicked open these doors. Now it's like, you looking at us like, okay, how come you're not doing as well as us now? And that's a problem that a lot of guys have.
Right. You cannot listen, you cannot go into a relationship and think that you can condescend from where you've risen to. If you want a man, you have to respect the essence of manhood. It can't be, well, you know what? I'm going to judge you based off of the fact that you didn't go to college or based off of the fact that you don't work at a Fortune 500 company. I'm going to condescend to that. Then I'm going to say your quality doesn't match mine.
Which is why we shouldn't be together.
That's not fair.
If you can't respect your leader, then you don't need to be led by him for whatever reason.
Where can you lead me?
Yes, exactly.
I got my own.
Exactly. Now let me Pat. You can have all this.
This is what they don't realize, and a lot of very powerful women who are focused on their career, moving up the ladder and doing the things that they need to do to provide for themselves, are finding that there is a spiritual essence of masculinity that is lacking in their lives. Why? They find themselves compensating by being more aggressive in the workplace. Come on now.
It's like the environment. When the environment, just like our environment now, all the germs are becoming more powerful.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. When women are abandoned and families keep being systematically separated and abandoned, and the family is separating from the man who was supposed to protect the family, then a different type of woman begins to grow and arise from that condition.
We have to
we have women
that
the men need to step up.
Okay, whoa. Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit.
She done drew the line. Hold on now.
Wait. I'm gonna hit that one back. I gotta hit that one back.
I'm riding with her on this one, though. I'm riding with. Go ahead.
Let her finish.
Because there's a lot of men out there that are calling themselves men, but they are not doing those things that are responsible.
I agree.
I come from a home where my father.
I agree, Zoe.
Even though my father, I wasn't raised right in the house with him.
Yes.
My father gives me. I still get care packages from my father. I have a real father. He didn't start off like the most responsible dad, but he grew into that.
I bet you this.
What?
I bet you your dad has given you more emotional and psychological jewels than physical ones. And
True.
I think a lot of times in our
you can't deny it because you're sitting up here
exactly,
goddamn queen.
Exactly. But listen to this. But listen to this.
Yes.
A lot of times women, especially in our community, will reduce it down to just what you're able to provide physically. And what you fail to realize is there is a spiritual currency, there is a mental currency, there is an emotional currency, there is a presence currency that supersedes the monetary currency.
Yes, indeed.
And a lot of times our women see our kids as pawns to get a check.
A certain kind of woman. I don't.
Hey!
Whoa. Okay, let's go back a few words.
Okay, we got to take a break.
No.
I'm sorry. We got to take a break. But when we come back,
hit me with that break shit.
When we come back, I'm coming right to Jeff.
Kit Kat bar.
I'm coming right to Geoff Brown when we come back. So What Morning Shows is fire. See you in a minute.
And I got to talk about the men stepping up.
Oh, you talking again?
Yeah, I got something to
See,
say.
just women out of control. Ladies and gentlemen, What Morning Show back. This has been an argument. We've been heated. We don't appreciate any of the things that have been said here today.
None of this shit.
323-965-1600. Call us and let us know what you think of the show. We're having a great time. The topic is crazy. We're talking about dysfunctional relationship. I think dysfunction is really needed in order to grow. You can't have a functional relationship unless you learn how to overcome dysfunction.
Because then you're growing in a vacuum and that don't work.
Exactly. So let me do this really quickly. Let me pass it to Geoff Brown because he has something really, really important to say. Go deeper, Jeff.
Oh, my sweet penis. I was so upset with so much.
Yo, what?
I tried to clean it up. Generally, I go, my sweet dick, this
Sweet
is
Dick
wrong.
Willie, come on.
Okay.
Manufactured at Vlasic.
First, that's funny. First, something you said about the abandonment of the woman.
Go deeper.
Yes.
I will give you this. I will grant you that there's some dudes that ain't shit.
Yes.
That have left their families.
Yes.
There's some dudes that ain't shit that don't date sisters because they was teased by sisters when they was young. They finally got their money and now they don't want to dig. Yeah, there's that.
Okay.
What do you mean teased by sisters?
Dude, there's some dudes. Dennis Rodman, prime example. If Dennis Rodman was a bus driver, he'd have never got no parts of Sister Cooter because he don't fit the mold of his age at his age.
Somebody would have gave him some poon.
So not the one he won't though. Not the one. I'm not talking about.
Not the ones he got.
No, exactly. Your sisters don't understand. We'll take Cooter. We'll take it. I'll eat Domino's, but I really prefer gourmet pizza. Now look.
All right.
Okay, that's why you can't.
Say men aren't as selective when it comes to...
No, we're not. And that's why you can't screw like we screw. Because anytime a man gets some cooter and it doesn't end in a trip to the clinic, if your milkshake ain't bringing all the brothers to the clinic, or he don't... You know, my milkshake bring all boys to the yard. No, it doesn't. It brings them to the hospital. If that doesn't happen, I don't know how we got here. If that doesn't happen, or if he don't get shot, That's a win. That's a W. You can screw a dude one time and then go, I don't want to talk to you no more. And he's like, hey, all right, that worked out. We're not like y'all. We're a little bit different than y'all in that particular department, but that's not where I was going. What I was saying was that I'm willing to give you those dudes. Are you willing to give me these women? There are some women in family situations that just plain old with they bullshit ran off a good dude.
This is true.
Okay.
Because a lot of women don't know how to live with a man or what it's like to grow.
That particular person, as opposed to
a lot of women don't know how to live without their father.
Oh yeah, a bunch of shitty dudes. Well, every hoe I know. Now, a bunch of shitty dudes. A bunch of shitty dudes was not what this system intended to make. This system. Shitty dudes are a byproduct of this system. This system was aimed at making black women run off their men.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. Now, man, the term man, when you said, well, this dude's not a man, I think that's very unfair. I think that the qualifications for man are make it to 18 without dying. You are a man. You just happen to be shitty at it. You in the race, nigga. You just last.
Quality. I don't say that there are men that aren't men. I just think that there's different qualities of men. There's different kinds of men. And
one of the issues in our relationships now, in our society, one of the big issues is that women can point out all the negatives in men. They can say, well, these men, they're not providing. These men aren't shit, which is fine. But when we say as men, some of these women ain't about shit. Some of these women ain't stepping up.
It's all
You're
hell.
misogynistic.
Dude, that's true. No, that's true. No,
you're a woman.
No, I don't believe that.
No, let me say this.
What you're saying is
all right,
true.
follow
we
me.
get a whole stigma.
All right, everybody.
Out some of
The
this
queen
stuff. Go ahead.
circle the wagons around the hoe.
Everybody.
You don't do that.
Exactly.
Women,
Say that.
like
say that again.
Queens like you.
I
the
gotta hear
minute
that.
you say women ain't shit or these kind of women ain't shit, the ones you ain't talking about.
Right.
The soulful, wonderful, earthy ones circle the wagons and put them horrible bitches in the middle. And I don't understand
exactly.
that. Dudes don't do that.
Y'all do that. Yes,
So
do that.
yes.
Okay, listen, we all can't talk at the same time.
Either.
All right, we all can't talk at the same time. I know this is passionate. Let's bring it down a taste. Finish your point, honey.
Well, there are women.
Finish your little point.
Montel Williams ass nigga.
Finish your little point. We got the woman on here. Let her do her little
Exactly.
thing.
Thank you, Zoe, for all that respect this
I'm just
morning.
saying, let's just bring it down a
Thanks
taste.
a lot. But you know what? I think that through race, I just think that there's some people who are at different stages of development. You can look at them and you can judge them any way you want to, and of course, everybody has their own eyes that they're going to look with. But actually, sometimes when you see somebody doing, like, let's say somebody's a bank robber, right? And you say, oh, that's all. He ain't nothing. Why is he robbing the bank? Why is he robbing stores? You know, yeah, I know. I'm kind of happy when I see people get away with robbing the bank.
Come on now.
Am I wrong for that?
No, you're not wrong.
Nigga, drive, nigga, drive.
But the thing that,
Hope this nigga got a bat cave somewhere.
I'm your nigga, driving to the mall and run. Nigga, blend in with the crowd.
Yes.
But go ahead.
Yes, but see, the thing is that sometimes when you're on the outside, we're looking at a person, you know, you try to judge something you really don't know much about. Sometimes something can appear like it's something crude or negative on the outside when really that person is exactly where they should be in their stage of development, which means that they are being successful where they're supposed to be in their spiritual development. That's what they need to experience in order to go to wherever that next place is, or to be able to choose something better or different after that. So I think that sometimes we are harsh, you know, when we are judging.
So let's do this. Most people who are in relationship, and let's just be honest, call us right now, 323-965-1600, call us right now. Most people, whether it's a male or the female, think in the position that they are in the relationship, that even if they defer to their partner, they still feel like they're right most of the time, right? They still feel like, I know what's best for us. I know what's best for this situation. Or secretly, I'm the leader of this relationship.
Right.
Some people,
So herein lies the flaw in that.
Okay.
It always puts you in a position of judgment of the partner because you feel like you're right. But this is what most people, I feel like I'm smarter. I feel like I'm more conscious, more aware of the situations, which is why you should listen to me when I talk to you. Here's the problem. Most people, if you wanted to put it on some type of scale, you may have a person that's 5 or 2 or 3 points smarter than their partner. You may have someone that's 2 or 3 points smarter or dumber, right?
And what are you rating that intellectual?
The point
aspect?
is, you're not that far away. You might be a point or two ahead or a point or two behind.
Yeah, you making too big a deal out of them 3
You're making
points.
too big a deal. So the point that I'm making is every relationship has a purpose.
That's right.
So you can think you're better than your partner, but the reality is your partner has something to give you that
That's
you couldn't
right.
have gotten from anyone else.
That's right.
So you saying
In that moment.
You saying
That's
so a woman making $12 an hour should not act like Ivana Trump?
No, she should not.
Well, why
she
should
should
feel
humble
good?
her ass out.
No, I think that she should feel good about herself. I think that there's a lot going on with self-esteem. I think that it's carrying over into the relationships. And you said the roundtable earlier, we're talking about the 3 things that are the downfall of the black relationship. And I think that it's the same thing that's plaguing all of the relationships. I think that when you start, it could be race.
Morgan?
But Margo,
Morgan?
don't be calling me Morgan.
I'm sorry, Margo. But what happens? But Margo,
One
what
of them
happens?
classy
Let
names,
me ask-
Morgan, Margo.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, one of those British names.
No.
Let me just say, what happens when?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
A woman or a man
Yes.
has an extremely high business IQ, but a low empathy IQ.
Right, that's-
but a low emotional IQ.
Yes.
A low intimacy IQ.
And those often
All
run
right.
hand in hand.
Right?
Yes.
What happens when just because you have a high business IQ, and now understand every relationship model we have in America was created by a damn economist. So everything is judged based off of what you can bring to the situation.
Okay.
But none of it is judged based off of what you bring spiritually.
The real stuff, the core. Because everything
This is
comes
why
from the spiritual
relationships
part of the
are in
relationship.
trouble. I'm just telling you.
And this is also one of the reasons that a lot of people's relationships fall. And sometimes, some people say it's compatibility, and I've written about compatibility. Even though compatibility is important, actually, people who have the ability to recover after discord and arguments actually have longer relationships, more healthier and long-lasting
That's the point.
lasting relationships. So you have to be able to deal with discord and bounce back. People who are still holding on to that stuff, those people break up easy.
Well, here's
But
the
you know
question.
why?
Relationship.
You know why? Because unforgiveness
That's right.
has become a generational curse for black people.
Yes.
We forgive each other at a lower rate
Way less.
than we forgive anyone else.
Yes, indeed.
We will tolerate all types of bullshit as long as the check is signed.
Yes.
Right? But when it comes to our own, we are the most unforgiving, and we are the least likely to learn from our own. I'm just saying. Now tell me something
That's
different,
a holdover
Margo.
from slavery. That's a holdover from slavery.
Tell me something different, Margo.
Well,
My
listen,
back
listen,
is to
listen.
you right now.
All right. Let me just tell you this. Let's see. One of the downfalls, like I was saying earlier, you know what? In the black community, there's been so much, and it's partially due to. I mean, it's we're being programmed constantly with everything that we look at. Every time we listen to the radio, every time we look at TV, we look at products that are coming out, products that are being pumped through the movie stars that wear them and rock them. So money, just like money has always been America's God. That's America's
Absolutely.
spirituality.
Yeah.
That's when you get to the black relationship. Nowadays, it's all about what you can do for me. Everything has become. There's been so much struggle and strife. Now everybody's just focused on all of their value is in how much stuff we can obtain and accumulate.
And the sad
I
part
don't
is-
listen, and that's where the self-worth lies.
The sad part
So
is-
that's where you get confused with all of the respect is displaced.
Yeah,
all of
the sad part is rich people, the people who really have money, don't even touch it.
Right.
They don't touch cash. Cash is for poor people. I've hung out. I have many rich friends who I will not call out that I have never seen with the green shit in their hands ever, and
Listen.
they got 10 pounds of it. And
I'ma
that's-
say this.
Cash is for broke niggas.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna throw it to
when New York
Tariq.
it might be a
Yeah.
little different
I'm
sometimes.
gonna say this. I'm gonna throw it to Tariq.
Talk about that.
I don't want to buy a woman.
Okay.
Right.
I want my
Right.
woman to buy into us.
Exactly.
Wow.
Do you
I love
understand?
that. I love
Wow.
that. Yes.
And my thing is, as I have these conversations, I am learning more and more that a woman, it's empirical data out there everywhere. A woman will shut her mouth in the face of all types of indignation when the dude got chips.
Like I said, the ladies.
And to me,
Yep.
that means she
She's been
is
bought.
for sale.
She's been bought.
And how can I respect a woman and confide in a woman that has a price tag?
Yeah.
Well, if I go get an Audi, you might as well come with the card in.
Yeah, because I'm not
Get
gonna
your
ask-
ass in the passenger
I'm not
seat
gonna
and shut
ask-
your mouth and turn the radio
I'm not
on.
going to ask my Audi for advice. I'm not going to confide in my Audi. I
That's
bought
my
it.
point.
Or my dog, or anything else that I have acquired with money.
But the dude will not be able to keep the woman though, because that's a trick relationship.
Yes.
Bring money to
Yeah,
maintain
you
the
tricking.
girl.
You
Wow.
Tricking.
That
and eventually, women never respect tricks, and she's going to figure out a way to scheme on him to take some out of that relationship for herself.
bounce.
Yes, because
you
underneath
talking
that,
about
she doesn't
Shawnee
respect
O'Neal?
him.
I'm
Underneath
talking
that,
about all the basketball wives, all of them.
All of them.
We got
All of
TV
them.
shows dedicated
See?
to women like that.
Yes.
See what happens when money becomes your guy?
Exactly.
It's not
Yeah.
cute.
Exactly.
It's not cute. It
Here's
doesn't
the
work
problem.
in relationships.
Here's the problem that women don't get is that if your vagina is your big joker, you playing your cards wrong.
Ooh.
Okay. And when you out there, I can't wait to tell my daughter's 9 right now. I cannot wait to have this conversation that your vagina, while precious, is not special. It is precious. You're supposed to be handing it out, but it ain't special.
I always say there's more pussy on planet Earth than water.
Yes.
So unless yours comes with some pixie dust,
Yes.
or wings or some type
Oh
of
my
shit,
God, yes.
See, this is the thing. See, the pussy can come with a lot more, but you got to understand, the woman has to have. It's kind of like you got to have the brain and the spirit. It's like a combination
That's
of things
beautiful.
that play into that.
That's
but it complements the sexuality.
But dudes who are looking just for pussy don't give a damn about that.
No, because these things, these aspects I'm talking about actually enhance the pussy. So yes, your pussy can be special.
Listen,
depending on what else she's bringing to the table.
Get
No,
out
it's
of her
not.
way and let her speak on enhanced
All right.
pussy.
Yes.
Go deeper.
Yes.
Yes.
This is the only one I've ever seen.
Yes.
Let me break it
Enhance
down. Let me break
pussy.
it down on the street level.
Okay.
Can I break it down on
Can
the
you get
street
street
shit?
lean?
Let me get street
Okay,
lean.
I want to hear
Let's
this.
take it back to pimping and hoeing.
Okay.
Shit.
A lot of women depend on the cooch, thinking that's going to get them far, that's going to get them money. A hoe doesn't depend on her coochie. A hoe depends on the game she used to get money from the trick before she gave the coochie up.
Wow.
You understand that? So it's all about your game. It's all about your mouthpiece. It's
That's
all about
right.
your skills.
And you can use that positively. You don't have to use that to manipulate, but you
Absolutely.
can definitely use that to enhance the pussy power.
Yes,
Okay, no. Okay. Here's
Go deeper, Jeff.
okay. Let's just put it out there. I've had more pussy than Nickelback's drummer. Okay. Oh my God, the debauchery that I've. Anyway, the point that I am making is purely this one. Oh Jesus! That you cannot. If you lead with your pussy, the dudes who are going to squander it, the dudes who are going to, like in the old days with just horses and swords that come in and rape, kill, pillage, and burn, they don't give a shit about the beauty of the city. We are here to rob the valuables that we can take and do with what we want. So I don't give a shit how deep you are and how much history is behind you if I am that base level dude that only wants your cooter, which brings it right back to where it is. No, I don't care how smart you are or how much you read. Your vagina in its base essence as the gateway to and from heaven is precious, but it's not special, and you need to stop letting niggas loiter in the hallways
That's right.
of the gateway to heaven.
That's right. That's that part. The end part that you said.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
All right,
with
so
that.
let's do
because
this
women
really
are
quickly.
letting all kind of men in their spirit nowadays. It's like
Wow.
you just
Right.
met him. You don't give him a job. You got to work there 90
You
days.
fucking this nigga over 24s? He got 24s on his car? Really? Is that how he got it?
Right.
Wow.
I'm gonna say this: women, fill yourself with substance.
Yes.
All right, stop walking around like an empty vessel, waiting for some man to fill you up.
That's right.
At the end of the day, until you connect to the reality of your existence without a man, you're going to be empty.
Or
And there's
full of
always
shit.
going to be suitors that are always dying to fill you up with the bullshit they selling.
That's right.
It's really that simple. And I always say this, women get mad at me because I say women are more responsible for the flaws in their relationship than the men are.
Absolutely.
And the reason being is because we men, like Dr. Mark would say, are bullshit artists. We got game that works on you. And if we call it game, that means it's a lie. It's a form of manipulation. That means women are susceptible to lies and manipulation more so than they are to the truth.
Yes.
I want women to stand up and be accountable for being the director and producer of the failed relationships they live with every day. Why? Because a woman can look at a situation and say, well, damn, I knew this nigga wasn't shit the first time he did A, B, C, D,
That's
E,
right.
F, G.
Mama told
and
him wasn't
I
shit.
ignored it.
Sister
and,
said it.
And
That's
I
right.
kept pushing through to it. Why did you keep pushing through? Because your punk ass was after an agenda. You wasn't trying to be with the man. You were trying to wait until he blossomed into his full potential. Corey Holcomb says, women date guys' potential.
That's
They
right.
don't date the man. And I'm saying, date a real man. Don't date your ideas. Your ideas are based on fantasy. Right? They're based
Absolutely.
on a social construct that always puts you in a damsel in distress mentality that needs to be saved by someone. But you're coming into a new millennia, a new way of thinking. Women are supposed to be accountable for themselves now that they're smarter and make more money. That means now you have the power to design the type of relationship you want based off of being authentic and true to yourself. Learn how to be accountable, ladies. Most women don't want to be accountable. They're always a victim. Well, this relationship failed because he didn't do A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. Well, you ignored all of the shit he did getting to that point. Come on, somebody tell me I'm wrong, please.
It's the truth. And I think a lot of women are not listening. Zoe, what you said was very powerful, and it's the truth. I've written about that. Women do not follow their intuition. They ignore all the signs. They see the red flags hitting them all in the face, and they just like,
Oh, my God.
loneliness, though. People don't want to be alone, and men don't want to be alone either, especially men. A man won't leave one woman until he got another one. So men aren't any better at it as women are.
I'll tell you something else men do.
people
Oh,
don't
women do.
Well, wait, let me tell you now.
Go on.
Women are the rulers of this whole
Let me
shit.
tell you something.
Thank you.
This is something. All right. This is something that I think that all relationships.
When you
need
gonna
to
put our
benefit from.
relationship
It's
together?
very important. Oh, listen.
Just let me know
All
how you want to put it down.
relationships- This is
That'd
the
be a pretty
downfall.
baby.
Yeah. You have some pretty eyes.
His eyes and your skin,
and his
your
brain, too.
your
Brain.
facial structure, that baby's subject to come out of you just a ball of light. Just God damn.
Reciting everything that we both combined learned through the
Exactly.
years and beyond. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
get me another child support check. You
Ooh.
niggas is dangerous.
That baby,
And I haven't found a man I want to have a baby with yet.
that baby come out you, and when he won't cry, he go, I'm gonna need some organic milk made from free-range cows, please. Free-range cows.
See?
I'm gonna need some
Well, see-
filtered goat milk immediately.
once.
At once.
Idiots.
Chilled.
That's right. But listen, I think that completely everybody needs to start being more responsible for what they bring. Be responsible for the energy that you bring into the relationship. I think that nobody wants to be responsible for their shit. It's just easier to just walk away from a
love it.
relationship
I
than
love
to
it.
stay there and deal with what's really going on.
Right, be responsible
Be
for your
responsible
generational
for your
curses.
stuff.
Don't bring a bunch of curses to the motherfucking relationship and then look around and go, what curses?
Now, Margo made a very good
Bitch,
point.
you
She
got
made
all
a good
these
point.
ghosts up in this relationship. You better exercise this shit.
She made a good point about guys needing to step it up. But a lot of women don't know how to deal with a guy who's very dominant, who's the leader in the relationships. A lot of women, because they've been so-called independent for so long, when a guy comes and says, okay, now I'm the leader, it's like, okay, you can't tell me what to do. So there's a catch-22 there.
Yeah, they
And
can't
women
turn
do-
off
and women
the
do
women.
need to learn
the
how to
women
turn
of
it off.
power can't turn off the inner CEO.
Exactly.
You
Yes.
run the world and you doing all of these big things in corporate America and handling your business, but then you still don't know how to submit because submission and humility starts to look like humiliation.
Exactly.
Women have to learn the difference between, but men do too, because at the end of the day, my woman can make hundreds of thousands of dollars more than me. But when you come home, you're going to find that you can't find a Wayne Dyer, a Tony Robbins, a Iyanla Van Zant that can do what I do, that can bring what I bring to the situation. So if you value those motherfuckers, when you come home, you can have that, but you're going to have to respect my station. But unfortunately,
right.
most women
That's right,
don't
I agree.
respect your station unless you're getting paid.
Well, here's
right.
the problem
And this
with
is
that.
true. This is true.
Here's the issue with that. The word equality. I don't agree with the concept of equality between a male and a female.
That's because you're a barbarian.
Yeah, yes, I am. I'm a caveman. My wife is not my equal. I am not my wife's equal. There are things in my caveman house that my wife is not allowed to do. She's not allowed to take out trash. She's not allowed to answer the door after dark. She's not allowed to go out in the dark alone for any reason because I am a caveman.
Protect your woman, man. Protect her.
My woman.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with how much money I make. I am not my wife's equal. My wife can walk into a situation and soothe it and make me put my sword away because I will lop you motherfuckers.
I
heads
got
off.
something
And
for you,
she-
Jeff. I
Yeah.
got something. Would your wife run to you even if you were the one who hurt her?
Absolutely.
And that's where we lose.
That's some Prince shit. You stole that from
Yeah,
Prince.
if
I was your girl,
if I was your girlfriend.
If I was
because
your
if you look up that record, the whole metaphor is I gotta be your girlfriend in order for you to be transparent to me.
Yeah.
And my thing is, what people fail to realize is conflict, hurt, pain, struggle, strife, all of it is inherent in good relationships.
Yes. That's what makes a relationship good. How you deal with that
Right.
shit.
The resilience of the relationship. If your mind is centered on an outcome, you're not respecting the journey.
That's right. That's right. That's very true.
That's what it. We got Olivia on the phone out of Ohio. Speak to us.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Hey, Olivia.
Yes, Stephen, speak up.
I'm sorry. Give me. Hi, I was calling just pretty much to come. I'm sorry, I'm going down my stairwell.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Go ahead,
You know,
man.
she sent me pictures of herself.
Oh, that Olivia.
Yes, brother. She is. What is that new coffee at Starbucks? Blonde roast.
Oh,
Yes, Stephen.
Blonde rose.
No, go deeper, honey. Go ahead. Speak to us.
What I was pretty much going to say is that I agree. You're welcome. I agree on what Geoff said, that I don't believe that the man and a woman in a relationship hold the same level. I believe that, you know, a woman, no matter what her financial status is, whether it's higher than his or lower than his, I've always believed that the man is always the head of the household. He's always the head of the relationship. I do agree that we are in some way responsible for our part, like you said, though, but I also believe that everything is pretty much his responsibility in a sense.
Oh, no. I will not allow you to build a victimhood shelter.
No, I believe
You're
that.
going to shoulder this with me.
I
believe
wasn't
that.
playing
Wait, let me hear
victim.
what she
I wasn't playing victim. That's not what I'm saying. I don't play victim.
No. I'm not saying, Olivia, that you're playing the victim. What I'm saying is by saying the man is solely responsible, you imply that you don't have to be. And what
that's not what I meant either.
But
go
hear
ahead.
me
I'm
out.
listening.
Hear me out. This is how I see it. There is equality in relationships, and I'll tell you. I'll use a metaphor, and you tell me how this hits your spirit.
Okay.
The metaphor is the operation of a battery. The operation of a battery. You have a positive and a negative side. You have a masculine and a feminine side. Do you know where all of the power is generated in the battery? It's generated on the feminine side. All of the power comes from the feminine side of the battery. Do you know what the masculine side of the battery does? It directs all of the energy. So guess what happens? It brings us back to that old metaphor behind every good man. There is a strong, powerful woman. Why? Because mother, matter, materialize, all come from the same root word. The woman is the one who manifests the dreams and the goal of the man.
Ooh,
do you understand that?
Jesus.
So she is as...
I agree.
Let me finish.
I agree.
Let me finish.
I agree.
She is as significant to the man. That's why in ancient Egypt, his queen was right there.
Absolutely.
A king must have a visor. The word visor produces our word wizard. And now, she's the one with the wisdom. She's the one that counterbalances the
Always
knowledge.
listen to the woman.
Right.
There is equality in a relationship. It's just that our women have lost sight of their divine role and what they should do for us.
I disagree with that.
The roles aren't clearly defined. When the roles
I-
are clearly defined, there's more harmony.
I don't think the woman. I agree with where that went. I don't agree with the road. I
Have my visa bathed and brought to my quarters.
I feel
At
like,
once.
in a sense, I mean, the way I think of it is that a man is like the head of a body, but he's nothing without his neck. I feel like the woman's the neck.
Okay.
But
All right.
That's it.
That's how I see
Big
it.
fat Greek wedding.
I feel like I said, as far as the body goes, he's the top. But without his neck, I mean, you break somebody's neck, they're darn near dead sometimes.
Right.
So that's how I see it. That's how I see a relationship.
Olivia is dope. I like Olivia. Damn.
Okay.
Are you in L.A.? I mean, what's the deal?
No,
Of course not.
of course not.
Jeez. Then the proximity limits our ability to connect fully. Indeed. Well, thank you for the call. We really
Get on
appreciate
your horse and ride here at once.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for the call. We appreciate it. Saul Wright, you're in the building. Talk to us right now.
Hey, what's going on, Zoe? What's going on, panel?
All right
man.
now.
Hang in, man.
Hey, I tuned in late, so I don't know if you already spoke on this, but I feel like part of the reason that men and women have relationship issues is that we don't see the relationship as a luxury anymore. People feel entitled. You know, I see so many single women saying that, how are they going to marry this girl? How you going to marry that girl? She don't deserve to be married. Like, you're supposed to be the one that gets chosen. Just because you are a good or a right person doesn't mean that you are granted a relationship, period.
Jeff has a great story here, Saul. Hang
Yes,
on.
that goes right with that.
Hang on with us, Saul, because I still want you to speak, because you know I love community. Saul, you're the one who did this damn logo for me, right?
Yes, sir.
This
Great
guy
job,
right
dude,
here,
dude,
Saul
dude,
Wright,
dude.
is the one who did the logo,
Great
man.
work, bro. Great work.
Thank you.
Wait for the commercial. It pops up, man. It's beautiful. Go deeper, Jeff.
Okay. The names will be left out so that I don't get thrown out of my family. But there was a male member of my family. We were all over his house, and him and his wife had a vehement, honest disagreement about something. And she was acting a fool, and he snatched her ass in the room. When he did that, me and a couple of other male members of my family went in the room and went, dude. He was like, this ain't right, blah, 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 blah. I said, this is all your fault. And he's like, what house? I said, everything that happens wrong in your house is your fault because you are the leader. Well, tell me, what was I supposed to do? I said, this is how I would have handled it. Baby, really? We have to talk about this right now? Fine. I'd have turned around and went, excuse me, family. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for coming out. But apparently there's something so important to my wife that we need to discuss it right now, and I'm going to have to break up this family gathering. So y'all get your stuff and leave. You now have my full attention. If you do that to a woman once, after she done put the potato salad out and done all that shit women like to do, you ain't gonna never have that problem again because you have taken control of the situation.
Right.
You let the situation take control of you. Right. Why? Because you consider yourselves equals. I am not a woman's equal. My woman is
You're not a woman's equal physically
or socially or emotionally or mentally.
Well,
no.
I'm telling you, those rules are being rewritten. Somebody can argue,
Sadly,
disagree.
it all
323-965-1600. Call us right now. 323-965-1600. We want more people to talk. Saul, do you have a final parting thing to say?
Nah, I mean, y'all all on point. Jeff, I got to say, you've been stepping your game up these last couple of weeks.
Ain't he?
I appreciate you, brother. You great on the show, man.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah,
well,
he's
thank
killing.
you. The inverse of that is, Jeff, you used to eat shit. You
Yeah, Jeff, you're pretty bad. See the implication? See that? See how what he didn't say said a lot.
Right.
In 2012, you wasn't shit, nigga.
Damn.
Oh, God, this is great. Hey, thanks for the call, Saul. Appreciate the design, the logo. That was awesome.
Fantastic work,
Listen,
bro.
we want to hear from you. I'm looking at all of these people that are in the chat line right now. Poetess tells me to stop looking up there and to look at the camera. I will do that, but it is really fun seeing everything that everybody is saying. But call us, 323-965-1600. I want to wrap this section because we're going to move and transition into our next bit of information, which is going to be deep. We're going to talk about hidden colors. We're going to talk about lost African culture, lost history, the whole get down with Tariq Nasheed.
Yes, indeed.
Director, producer, organizer, author of Hidden Colors. Now, a lot of people have been telling me, they've been getting at me tough. You can get this at Amazon.com right now.
Yes, indeed.
You know, a lot of people been hot. What's up, Bernadette? I see you up there shouting me out. Everybody telling me to go deeper. What up, cuz? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gang banging doing it all. Anyway.
From Pasadena. That's a shit. Done saying
No,
cuz.
but real. A lot of people have been telling me, man, get with your guy, Tariq. He's doing a great thing. And every time I see Tariq, I say, listen, pimp. You know, times is hard. I'm going to need a copy of your Get Down. So he done brought the Get Down through. We're going to get into this because Tariq has some very, very strong opinions about the Django Unchained movie. And I always like to do the opposite. Yeah, I remember that big argument we had with Mark
Farpo.
No, Mark Goulston, and you, when y'all was like, fuck the bottom half. If the bottom people ain't working, fuck them. Leave them, put them on the island, fuck them. And then I said, hell nah, you don't leave the bottom, because that's where your Picassos, and that's where, you know, because out of great adversity comes great creativity, comes great originality. I was like, you can't leave them. And then that's how we were introduced to the homeboy billionaire PA, right? We was introduced to a few other people. Remember?
Those are horrible examples you're making, but go ahead.
You fall easy, Breezy. I don't want to hear anything out of you right now. No, you know I love Geoff, but I like to bring the counter argument in. And a lot of people talking about Django Unchained and all of this other stuff, but there is a movie out there that does chronicle our history, the lost history, and I like to bring that to the attention of all the people that participate. And before I do that, let me bring in Geoff, phone caller. You're on the line right now. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Zo?
What's happening, pimp?
Oh, not much, man. I was checking out the stream online. I was just listening to Geoff. I guess I got the wrong subject, man, because he's talking about marriage or something, man.
Oh, yeah, well, we can talk about it. What's on your mind?
No, I was just listening to him say, like, you guys were at the house or something. He was at the house with his family, and he said he pulled his wife into, his family member pulled his wife into the next room, and then he said he handled it the wrong way because he said he would have told his whole family, you know, his wife want to talk right now, and so on and so forth. And I've been married 13 years, man. And, you know, I'm a younger guy. I'm 36, and I'm one of the few guys I know my age that's been married this long. And
congratulations, Jess, on that, bro.
Right, man.
But I can pretty much tell my wife, shut the fuck up. You know,
I bet.
And that's what it is.
All right.
You know, I'm not saying that I'm just dominant and I do that all the time, but she'll respect it because, you know, we've been together for such a long time. I think it's too much complexity.
Right.
You know, it's just the simplest thing. I learned from old people.
Right.
You know, people that have been married like 50 years,
right,
60 years, and stuff like that. You know, and it's just a relationship of building. And the only way you can really establish that is through time. And that's the only really monetary value.
So, yeah, I'm going to definitely say it was through time.
That's
because
that's a good point. He made a good point.
I really
Thanks,
don't
caller.
see you. I really don't see. No, let him go. I really don't see you at your reception at the wedding where your wife go, you know, honey, I want some punch. And I think, shut the fuck up. Listen. You can't. I want to know. I want to know how long it took, or what. That's a certain dynamic because, in my opinion, when I talk to my woman, I don't swear unless, of course, we fucking. That's a whole different thing. But I don't. I do not swear. I do not. I will never, ever again disrespect an individual that I am in relationship with. I have done that, and I will never do it again. And to me. And again, bro, I can't tell you what it is. I can tell you what it looked like. It looked like that's a little bit of disrespect between you and your wife. I don't know what it is. I ain't over there. But I personally,
I guess it's a diverse culture because I'm out of East St. Louis.
I'm out of Chicago, bro. I'm where you go buy your gators.
Now, but I think he accepts.
Jeff, when you buy gators, you go over to Chicago or Detroit, right?
I don't even wear gators.
Oh, you don't wear gators? All right, fair enough. I got a lot of paint, Jeff. The cats that live in East St. Louis that do wear gators, they ride over to Chicago, get them, right? Chicago, Detroit. I'm from Chicago, bro. It's the same.
Well,
you and I are cut from the same cloth.
Big brother, so I'm not dissing or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, you know, I guess us, we're a little more. I guess we're a little more open, and I've learned over time with being honest and being able to be yourself. That's the true essence of love.
Yes,
wow, that's a great point.
That's a great point.
Hey, I appreciate the call, man. Thanks for reaching out. That's
true. That's true.
So listen, this is what I want to do to end this segment because I really want to get into the hidden colors thing. I just want to keep it short. I just want one thing we should all work on to give a tool, give something that we should work on that can make our relationships better. I want to start with the beautiful Margo.
All right, everybody. Well, first, I got to let y'all know that I do have a new YouTube page, and it is called, it's my channel, it's Destination Love Life with a number 2. And that's the name of my company. I'm going to definitely serve humanity through this company. I'll be back on the radio soon, and also, eventually, you know, got some other stuff going on.
Okay, wait. Destination Love Life with a number 2.
With a number 2. Destination Love Life 2.
Oh, okay, Love Life 2. I thought I had to put with a number because internet.
Okay, so this is what this is my perspective, Zoe, from what
30
you're saying.
seconds or less.
30 seconds or less. Okay, I'm long-winded.
Indeed.
Okay, so basically,
You just long.
people. I am.
I'm standing that win.
My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, I think overall people just need to start being responsible. The awareness is where it starts. I think that if you're not aware of yourself and you don't know yourself, then it's going to be hard to make good decisions. And I think that once you are in a relationship, that I think that people need to start being we got to be more responsible for the shit that we're bringing in them.
Wow.
Be responsible for the energy that you bring.
Accountability. How does that fit?
Accountability
Wow.
is huge. And I think that whether you're single, whether you're dating, whatever it is, there's always energy that you're bringing. And if you become aware of yourself, then you can be more aware of your dysfunction. And then you got to start looking for, I got to heal. You got to heal this.
But you can't
be okay
heal
with
without
that.
ownership, right?
You got to own it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love it. Geoff Brown.
I'd be damned if this fine ass woman ain't took just what I was gonna say.
You wasn't gonna say none of that shit. You was gonna say, bitch, oil yourself up and get in the bed.
I got to come over and say, you got to bring Captain Crunch to the relationship.
You was gonna say, shut the fuck up. That's what
right. Yeah, exactly.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. Pour some oil on your butt and then.
Okay. Again, I can't speak for any other people but mine. Okay.
Right. All right.
Black people, not black women, not black men, black people. Mm-hmm. Get your mind out of where you are and start desperately searching for where you were and where you need to be. Just as people. Where we are right now is foul. Okay, where we were, even though, especially in the 60s, in the 50s, even though it was oppressive, it is better than where we are. We need to be somewhere kind of like that. Better.
Good point.
Look for
Absolutely.
Thanks, Geoff. Right. Tariq.
Black men and women, your spirit has to be correct. You have to fix your spirit.
Clean.
That's number one. That's the main thing. Men and women ask me all the time, Tariq, where can I find women? Where can I find men? Relationship is not a problem or an issue of geography. Mm-hmm. Because I can take men and women and put them in a room full of qualified people, thorough men and women, and if your spirit isn't right, you're going to still create a dysfunctional dynamic.
Right.
So your spirit has to be correct. You have to fix yourself. You have to be content with who you are before you get out here in the dating game.
Yes.
Because you're going to continue to toxify relationships when your spirit isn't right. So you got to fix your spirit. Come from a genuine place. Come from an honest place. Come from a place of integrity.
Yes.
Don't try to get over on people you date.
Wow.
Dating becomes this, I got to get mine. What can they do? Like we've been talking about. How can I need sex from this person and that's all I want. I need money from this person and that's all I want. And your spirit ain't right if you're doing that.
Wow, that's great. And my final point on this thought is toxicity is a curriculum. It is designed for you to heal it. It is not designed for you to run away from it to the next situation because it's going to follow you wherever you go.
That's right.
Okay? It is technically a gift. And if you unravel it, if you unwrap it and you go deep into it, it will reveal that present. Right? Most people don't want to do it because it's a painful process.
It's work.
Right? So that's one thing. The next thing I think is, this is the thing I hate the most, is triangulation in relationships. Get all the motherfuckers out your relationship. Woo! Okay? Yeah. Everybody with their negative appraisal of the situation on the outside looking in only serves as a contaminant. The purpose of toxicity is to be healed. But when you're listening to outside influences who think they know based off of their failed situations, all they do is contribute more toxicity to the situation. They don't let you deal with what's on your plate. They're scraping what's on their plate onto yours. Mm-hmm. You see? So that's what I say you work at. And let me give you an example of triangulation. If you can't be open, honest, and truthful in a conversation with your mate, husband, long-term relationship, but you can talk to the homie at work, or you can reveal, like if the homie at work or one of your girlfriends knows more about you than your man.
Ooh, that's true.
And vice versa. Mm-hmm. If one of your homeboys or a homegirl you got, man, knows more about you than your wife, you fucking up your relationship. You're adding to the toxicity. And it makes you a manipulator because that's a place you can go dump the real as opposed to letting it be available. What you got? Mama, media, and who on the 3 M's? Go ahead.
This is who running the triangle offense on fucking up your relationship. Your mama, the media,
triangle offense,
and manless girlfriends. They are running a triangle offense on you. And they gonna get the ring of you and your dude breaking up. That's what they gonna get. Let them run it on you. Let them keep running it on you.
They running the triangle. Wait, say that bullshit against.
The 3 M's are running a triangle offense on you.
What?
Your mama, the media, and your manless girlfriends.
Oh.
Running it hard.
Wow. Okay,
Well,
we
all
gotta. Okay, we just gonna go right into it.
Oh, man.
Get at me really quickly, homie, and tell me what was the motivation for putting together this movie, Hidden Colors. And let me, for anybody that doesn't know about it, Hidden Colors, the untold story of people of Aboriginal, Moor, and African descent.
You like that title? You see that title?
You already,
you already know.
I already know.
Exactly.
And it's
because,
ridiculous. Y'all got to go get it.
man, we're so divisive. I named that The Untold History of Aboriginal, African, and Moorish Descent just so people of color would know I'm talking to them. Because right now we're at a point where we have people who look like Akon and Wesley Snipes talking about I ain't black, I'm Dominican.
Right.
Right.
Not black, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Belizean.
Yes.
Costa Rican.
You did well. I'm just talking about you. Whoever you are, whatever you want to call yourself. If you have African descent, you are melanated. I'm talking to you. The film is for you. That divisiveness has been a stranglehold on us, and it's something that has been purposely caused on us during slavery. That whole divisive thing that we get African tribes and split them up because of the languages and keep us divided, and we still have that mentality. But the reason I made the film is because we do a lot of complaining about what's shown in Hollywood and what's shown in the media pertaining to black folks. We complain about the Precious movies, which we should. We complain about The Help and The Blind Side, which we should.
Right.
But we need to stop complaining and create other alternatives.
The quarterback is your family.
Exactly.
Protect him, big dumb oompa loomp.
Exactly. and we're taught that these movies are somehow trying to heal race relations. Because I heard Barbara Walters on The View talking about how The Help is just a great, not The Help, but The Blind Side was such a great movie for race relations.
Right.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Every movie with blacks and whites in Hollywood, the black person is in a submissive or inferior position every single time. Just like with Django.
Right.
This whole Django thing, and I like the movie Django. I like it for what it is, not for what they're trying to promote it to
Thank
be.
you.
Right.
This whole thing where they're trying to make it seem like it's a black empowerment movie. No, it's not.
Right.
That movie maintains white supremacy very thoroughly.
All the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
Right.
And I point this out that in that movie, our brother Jamie Foxx, his character Django, basically killed a bunch of broke, insignificant, powerless white people. The one white person of power he killed, he got permission from the white guy to kill him. You understand that?
Really?
Yeah. The Big Daddy guy.
And John and Candy.
Candy was killed by the other white guy.
By the white dude.
He was, and the thing is, if it's like a revenge movie, like Inglourious Bastards, the Inglourious Bastards, they didn't kill insignificant German people. They killed Nazis
Hitler.
until they got to the big dog.
Right.
They killed the big dog.
Right.
Django didn't get to do that. So again, that movie maintained the status of white supremacy. Insignificant, broke, trailer trash type white people. The mass majority of whites don't care about them anyway.
Right.
So there was no kind
They
of.
see them as niggas too.
Yes, they
Right.
Oh, please,
exactly.
can I jump in there? Oh my God!
Yeah.
People think, okay, first, number one, I kind of disagree with you about these movies.
Geoff Brown
healing
is hysterical.
race relations.
Yes, yeah.
I disagree. They are healing race relations. They are making people feel better about race. But who? They making white folks feel better about the bullshit that their ancestors did. They're not doing shit for us.
Exactly.
Okay. Second, people think that racism is tearing this country apart. Bullshit. Racism is the only thing holding this motherfucker together. Because I'm gonna tell you what, once regular white people figure out that the elitists have purposely made them think that they have more in common with them than they do with us, it's going to be smoke in every city.
Yeah, it's all about class.
Exactly.
It's all about class. And here's the thing. The higher up you are, the more refined and more applicable the knowledge.
Yes, indeed.
Do you understand?
Indeed.
This is most.
Go ahead to hit me with that again.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you like a dog that just heard a high noise.
This is what I'm saying with that. There is a refinement of knowledge that isn't available on all levels of society. If you go in the hood, there's a hood knowledge. Right?
Yes.
When you listen, go watch the movie The Social Network.
Yes.
And you
Great
look
movie.
at, and this is
I
just
saw it last night.
And this is just the damn movie. Imagine the real environment.
The real Winklevi
of Harvard.
Yeah.
Dude's whole goal was, I need the next idea that will change the world. When the Winklevosses got into the meeting with the president, he said, create another idea.
Funniest scene.
Yeah.
This is what we do at Harvard, is create ideas for the rest of the world to be employed by.
Dora, punch me in the face.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
It is a mentality of world changers at those types of universities. What I see with black people is I'm going to use education to get a job. I don't see them creating a situation where they change everything by creating a career, a destiny. Most black people are comfortable having a job, having cable, being able to pay the car note, the insurance, and why don't we have a baby while we're at it? Oh yeah, we didn't get married. Well, let's do that too. We're good at assimilating. This is why I was so fucking pissed off about the Les Brown situation when he came here. First and foremost, don't come from the old school trying to get, and I'm not saying Les Brown don't have jewels. That motherfucker got science. He got information. He can help people change their lives. But here's the thing, when you old, you get disconnected with the generation that's relevant now.
Yes, indeed.
So instead of condescending as if you're better, give the jewel without judgment.
You jive.
And then you'll see the new generation turn that jewel into something fantastic. This is how I know. Quincy Jones once told me how he puts together Back on the Block.
How did he do it, guys?
What
do
he
it in
said
his
was-
voice. Do it in his voice.
He said, listen here, man, shit, this is what you do. Shit, man. When you put together an album, man, what you do, you get an old guy, the legend. You introduce the legend to the guy that's coming up, Tevin Campbell. I get Tevin Campbell and Ray Charles together, shit, you know. And he gets to be able to feel him. But then you get the guy that's hot now. Now you have the past, the present, and the future working together on a record, and that's how you build a classic. Now, this is how we should do it.
That's what I did with the Hidden Color series.
Go deeper.
Let me go deep. Because a lot of older people or older scholars were kind of critical of me for doing the movie because this is the Mac guy. He wrote those Mackin books.
Right.
He wrote that street stuff. And the thing is, with the Hidden Color series, I have an audience who don't really know about John Henry Clark or Dr. Ben or some of these older scholars who are very thorough. Francis Cress Welsing, a lot of the younger folks don't know that. But they'll listen to me because of the books and the lectures that I do.
You speak the language of now.
I speak the language of now. So this is why that movie was so successful, because a lot of young people gravitated towards it. A lot of college students talked about it and got the word of the movie out there like that. So it's very important that we do have it applicable to the young crowd and make it accessible to them where they can understand.
And I'm going to address it one more time. Les Brown, from man to man, spiritual knowledge, informational knowledge, organizational knowledge is not condescending. It's not proud. It's not arrogant. It is respectful of the now. This is why when Quincy Jones did Back on the Block, he went got Kool Moe Dee, Melly Mel, and Ice-T, and Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones is a jazz dude. But he understands hip-hop and bebop are holding hands generationally.
Yes, indeed.
So let me make sure I go get these kids who are changing the face of the world. Even Michael Jackson in '87 wasn't on hip-hop. That's why Quincy and Michael broke up after the Bad album. Michael wanted more control. Quincy was like, dude, you need hip-hop involved.
Nuh-uh, that's not what he was like.
Yes,
I
this
want to
is
hear
what
his
Quincy
voice.
told me.
What did he say?
Oh, shit, man. Shit, man. You're going to miss it. Hip-hop's happening, dude. Hip-hop's happening, okay? You're going to miss it, Mike. Shit, you know, I'm on it. Fuck that, man. But again, that's how you got to bring the past, the present, and the future together. I want Les Brown on this show to address it because when you condescend, you disconnect.
Yes, indeed.
And you might have something that could revolutionize the swag generation, the generation now. Go deeper.
And that's the problem with a lot of our older brothers and sisters. They have this condescending attitude towards the youth. Like, look at me and listen to me. You need to listen because you don't know better. It's this soapbox mentality. And the youth now is like, fuck you, dude. I'm out here struggling. You're not giving me no answers. So now you want to preach to me?
Right.
So that's the energy. So with the Hidden Color series, we didn't talk at anybody. The movie is not trying to recruit you to any kind of religion. There's no kind of slant to the movie. It's just history. We're giving you the history. We're giving you the knowledge, and we're giving it to you in a way where it's not condescending, where you can look up the information for yourself, and people can respect that.
Right. We got a caller. No shame. You're on the line right now. Holler at us. Zoe, what morning show? Go deeper.
Hey, what's going on, Zoe? Long time listener, first time caller.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Tariq, as well, I want to give a shout out to you about your Hidden Colors thing, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
I'm down here in the beautiful sunshine state of Florida, and I got a copy of Hidden Colors from a friend of mine. He actually bought it. He went to one of your lectures and he bought it.
Oh, cool.
So I pulled this thing out like around the holiday time, and I let my family see it, like my sister, my brother, and my mother, and my father, and everyone in my family got so worked up on it because this is the shit that they're not teaching our kids right now.
Yes,
man,
indeed.
in school. And it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but
indeed.
I do appreciate it. That's why I wanted to give you a call. So I want to tell you, you guys are hitting it right on the head, as well as talking about our older generation not reaching back or reaching down to pick up with the young folks, man.
Exactly.
Because they're not doing it, man.
Hey, man. Hey, and like I said, no shame. Thanks for hanging on the line, and I appreciate you calling in. Thanks again, 323-965-1600. And I'm going to tell you one more thing. I'm tired of the old school trying to make us assimilate.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
Exactly.
We living in a time where technology, where information is available, man, and we can create the kind of reality we want to create. And remember, every platform is designed to get this information out to the world almost instantaneously.
Exactly.
So guess what? You don't have to play the corporate game everywhere.
You don't.
Right?
You really
There's
don't.
a time and a place. When Jay-Z, when 50 Cent, when these guys want to do business with corporate America, they put on the uniform.
Yeah.
They wear a suit. But guess what? They can also vacillate back to the hood, throw on some jeans, throw on a fitted,
some shell toes,
and some shell toes, and connect that way too. This is the flexibility that most people in corporate America lack.
Exactly.
And then I give an example of a corporate America guy that's doing it. It's a rapper. His name is Cap D. This motherfucker's one of the #1 lawyers in Chicago right now. But at night, he an MC. Go to Amazon, not Amazon, but what's the other iTunes, and look up Cap D. He's got an album called Polymath. The dude is a scholar. Polymath, of course, is a Greek word, means poly, many, math, many subjects. And he's got all of the symbols on the album to show that he's dexterous in multiple languages. And most people have to be that way. Back to Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones said,
what did he say?
Listen, man, shit, you know. If you travel, shit, man. Hey, wait a minute, Zoe, those eyes real? Yeah, they're real. Shit, man, you're in trouble. I know you got kids, don't you? Yeah, I can tell. Shit. Right? But no, Quincy was like, if you go to other countries, he said, learn some of the language, but not just the formal language, the slang. And watch how deep you'll be able to penetrate into the culture. Watch what you come out with. Now, see, most motherfuckers think it's only one way to do it.
Yeah.
Listen here, 1980s motivation. If you don't upgrade your software, now you're not going to be able to connect.
No.
Shit, we wouldn't have Windows 8 if it wasn't Windows 95.
Right.
But guess what? Windows 95 had to get an upgrade. So upgrade your shit before you come in here condescending to people. That's all I got to say.
They don't, you know what they don't understand? I think what older cats don't understand is that now we're field niggas on purpose. We left the house. We have no we have no interest,
and that's dangerous.
And the way Chris, my man,
yeah.
shout out to KRS-One, said it. He said that's what the birth of hip hop was. I'm not going to use my last name. I'm not going to use the last name the slave master gave me. I am DJ Run. I am KRS-One. I am whoever. I'm not going to, I can't draw and I can't make my art in your studio. You tell me that it's bullshit. Well, I'm going to put it on trains.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it out. I am no longer beholden to your paradigm. I'm not trying to fit it. I have another world here. And that's a world that we have built that a lot of people especially old people. Get this, old people. Hip hop is the only art form that our generation has brought out that there was nothing like it before. That's the only one.
And jazz too, though. That's our shit too.
Yeah.
Well, jazz.
All of it.
Jazz is not our generation.
But that's
Jazz
some
is
shit.
my
That's an art
creation,
form
yeah.
that we created.
No, absolutely.
You know,
No,
for a long time
absolutely.
they said it was noise, but now it's considered the most complex form of music
Absolutely.
on planet Earth.
But-
and when we go back to the old school hip hop, what were we doing? Sampling jazz records.
Absolutely. Well,
Come
okay,
on,
I
man.
think you're missing my point.
No, I'm not missing it. I'm adding on.
My point is that there is nothing else. Name something that any other culture has brought forth in the past 50 years that is a stronghold that was not here. And I'm not talking about technology.
Right.
I'm talking about an art form. No.
First off, all of it is ours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even
No,
And
classical-
what we've
even
done,
classical
if you
music.
really
even
wanna be
classical
honest.
music, all of it is ours.
Yes.
And what we've done is sold it to the highest bidder. So no wonder our women are for sale.
Wow.
Oh my!
Wow.
Now I'm just gonna keep it real. Shit.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
A nation is only as strong as its secrets, and we don't have any because all of
None.
ours, we put all our secrets and shortcomings to dance music.
Clap your ass, bitch.
Clap, yeah.
Oh, no.
There's some shit.
Put a stick of butter in your ass and clap it.
Yes.
What?
There's some shit about being Puerto Rican that if you ain't Puerto Rican,
You just
don't
ain't gonna know.
Or Jewish, or any other race, ain't shit about being black that white folks don't know.
Exactly.
Wow.
Nothing.
Because we have a culture of telling. We have a culture of telling because
Snitching on each other.
And that has been the number one problem for black people. A young lady sent me an email saying, well, I watched Django and they made a point. How come black people just didn't rise up? One problem only. Niggas telling.
Right.
Every slave rebellion, major slave rebellion, somebody told.
Right.
Because black people would get rewarded for telling on each other for just the most minor things. And that mentality is still prevalent. We have a culture where we, African Americans, have to put the next person on blast.
That's only true.
And the reward is simply a price.
It's a price.
That's only true about 300 years of the 400 years of slavery. Here comes the need for the dude, Willie Lynch, because there's a bunch of slave ships that didn't make it here.
Yes, indeed.
Because you can't just take African warriors and just round them up and figure ain't gonna be no war.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you know what's crazy, man? First off, education for black people ain't even 100 years old.
No,
So how
thank
you gonna be condescending to other black people when education is still relatively new to black folk here in America?
Here.
Won't you humble yourself out and extend your arm without judgment?
You can't.
Can you do that, classism? That's what I'm pissed off about. Now let me just do this really quickly. Shit, they done got my dander up. Hell.
Not your dander.
My dander. Hell.
You hit them with the old school.
Shit.
My damn dander up in here.
I want to know one point in this movie that you can share with us right now that would make somebody say, you know what? Fuck life. I need to go out and get this book or get this movie. Just give me one little jewel that's in here.
Man, the one jewel is that the education system was specifically designed, the modern education system was specifically designed to miseducate black children. They did it back in the day, and they still do it now with special ed programs. Right. The special ed program was created specifically during the 1950s and 60s because it became illegal for you to separate children in classes because of race.
Right.
But after the Brown versus the Board of Education thing passed, they said, okay, we're not going to separate them because of race. We're going to separate them because the blacks are just not smart enough.
Right.
So now we're going to funnel these black kids into special ed classes and learning disability classes.
Right.
And that goes on to this day.
Right. And most people don't even understand that the educational system since the 1700s was designed to incorporate education and economy together.
Absolutely.
It's not designed for knowledge of self. It's not designed to teach you who you are, which makes our relationships complex because we walk into them not knowing who we are. It's designed so you can have a trade to fit into an economy. And that's what it's designed
and that's
for.
why a lot
the
of
United States is a
HBCUs
corporation. This is a corporation in
indeed.
this country.
That's why a lot of HBCUs were created.
Right. Right.
A lot of black colleges were created by white philanthropists who, one thing, they wanted to keep black people in the South. They didn't want all those black people going to those northern schools. So there was a lot of money from the Rockefellers. Like Spelman University is named after Rockefeller's wife. A lot of folks don't know that.
Right. Go deeper.
Yes.
Please.
A lot of these schools were made to keep black people in the workforce. They were trade schools. That's why they have Alabama ANU and AMP and
Come on, man. Come on.
technology and agriculture. You know what I'm saying? All of those schools.
And what pisses me off more is listen, I heard this one dude say, and then I got to wrap the show. He said the worst thing that can happen to a black man is a really good European education.
Yes, indeed.
Because it rips the soul of who you are from you. It subordinates you and makes you beholden to the rules and benchmarks of an oppressor.
Yes, indeed.
Simple and plain.
Yes,
and I'm tired of niggas thinking they better. And those are the real nigga to me. I'd rather deal with a hood, ratchet, real to the core kind of person than deal with some uppity, bougie, ghetto-ass nigga who depends on the validation of the oppressor.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
And with the Hidden Colors film, this is the first film series that does not focus primarily on slavery and civil rights when it talks about African history. Nobody's done that before. These movies talk about Africans and the black experience before slavery. We don't talk too much about civil rights, but we have a vast history before we were brought over here. We talk about blacks coming over here before Columbus.
So let me do this because we got to wrap.
Moors, yes indeed.
We got to wrap. Where can I get it right now?
Amazon.com. Right now, you can get it at hiddencolorsfilm.com right now.
Okay.
Hidden Colors
right
1
now.
and Hidden Colors 2.
Right now, go get it. Margo.
Yes.
The lovely Margo.
Jesus, this tall.
With her own hair.
Yes, indeed.
It's all hers. Hell.
All hers.
It is.
And
Where
it ain't
can they
pressed,
find you?
It ain't
Oh, well, you can find me. You can go on Twitter at Destin Love Life, and you can also, you'll be able to find me other places later. DestinationLoveLife.com is coming soon. We're working on that right now. And you can also find me on YouTube, everybody. So go to Destination Love Life 2.
Do you have an email? Do you have something they can connect with you right now? Hit it right now.
Yes,
Let's go.
DestinationLoveLife@yahoo.com. Hit me.
Jeff Brown, where can we find you? Twitter?
Fine enough to be a model, but too damn complex for that bullshit. Oh,
You're right about that.
all right. You can find me on Facebook. Come and tell me what you want to see on Facebook. Oh, and I'm going to be at the Comedy Store tonight. Sharing my ignorance.
Really quickly, March 16th, Zoe Williams Relationship Roundtable in Santa Monica at a Fly Art Studio. It's going to be so bananas. Red carpet, the whole get down. It's going to be crazy. Geoff Brown will be there. Mark Goulston will be there. First Relationship Roundtable of the year in Santa Monica, March 16th. And if you want more details and information for it, just text ZO to 90210. That's ZO to 90210. You'll get my business card. You'll get all my information. We really appreciate you guys for tuning in every week. Thanks for calling in and all the callers, all my guests. Thank you all. Thank you all. And guess what? We out. I'll holler at you next week. Deuces.
You can get to pull an Angel card.